Hey, hi friends. Let's solve this problem. Problem name is 2sum. Given an array of integers called num and another integer called target. Return indices of the two numbers such that they added up to target. Okay, in simple terms, there is an integer array. This one we can suppose. Here target is 9. So let's say 2 and 7 is added up to 9. So instead of giving these two numbers 2 and 7, what we have to do is we have to return 2 and 7 indexes of 2 and 7 indices. Okay, and if you look at the way they have returned this, they have returned in array. Okay, so in simple term, first we will solve this problem in traditional way, and later we will optimize our code. Okay, so in traditional way what we used to do is we are thinking, and once we have a array, if we have to calculate something inside array, we use two for loops. So one for loop, okay, and inside this we use another for loop. Okay, and if values is not captured, then we'll return something. In our case, let's say it's a null. Okay, or we return, in a string case we return empty string, but in our case we have to return an integer. Oh sorry, it's array, so we have to create an array, sorry, and like that. But if it is empty array, then value should be empty. That's it. Okay, coming back to this two for loops, what we have to do is this is a nums. Okay, so nums is an array. So what we have is we have one property called length, array.length. Okay, so I'm gonna use the same thing. We will use our I and j function variables equals to, let's say it's 0 semicolon. Okay, I should be less than nums dot length. Okay, it's inbuilt variable, so it's pre-calculated. Here I plus plus. That's it. Here the same way we can use in j equals to 0, j is less than nums dot length, okay, and j plus plus. But the problem is here, what we have to avoid is, let's say target is 4 and here 2 is given and there is no another 2, but we can calculate 2 plus 2 is 4. So we have to avoid such condition. We cannot include itself. So here what I will do is I'll make a condition. If I equals to j, okay, then continue, do not calculate further, else we have to do something. What we have to do is, everyone knows that we have to add this and check if it is added up to target or not. So here nums I plus nums j, if it is added up to target, then we have to return it back. So the same syntax, let me just copy paste. Here two things we have to return, I comma j. That's it. Let's run our code. I'm expecting it to fail, but let's see if it is success. Expected. Every test cases are passed here. Let me submit this. It is expected to perform it bad. Here at the end we are. Let's optimize this code. So we have to comment it out. I'm not gonna comment the last line because it's common for every test case. Okay, so it will optimize my code. So it's a traditional way. Okay. Now optimized way is, instead of using 4 inside a 4, it will giving me a O of n square and to the power 2 time complexity. So what I will do is, instead of doing everything in a time complexity, I'll use something from memory. What I can use is, I'll use a hash map that will give me a indexes value in O of 1 time. Okay, and here everything is integer, so key is integer, value is integer, and in short form I'll call it as a map. Okay, so it's a new hash map. Okay, we'll optimize this code. Let me just import our java.util.star. We'll optimize this code also, no worries. Now instead of 2 for loops, I required 1 for loop. Okay, and that's it. This is the structure of our code. So this is our optimized code. So we have to traverse. I can use a for each loop here, like in num from nums. But the problem is it will directly give me a value. But in description, if you see here, we have to play with indices. Okay, so I'm not gonna use this. I'm gonna use I and j again. I should be less than nums.length. Okay, and I plus plus. So here what we gonna do is, here we have a map. So first thing is, we are gonna check if map.contents key, what key we have, nums I, if keys contain or not. Let's say we are in the beginning, we are just dry running this thing with this array. So first value is 2. So if map does not contain anything because it's empty, so we have to jump back to else block. In else block we have to put something in a map. Okay, so let's say we are putting map.put. Okay, here what we have to do is, we have to put two things. So second thing is indices. So indices I'll use I. But what first thing? Okay, so for this example I'll take, here we have a 2 and target is a 9. Okay, so I have two choices. I can put 2 or I can put desired output or desired value. Okay, let's say we have a target as a 9 minus, what is the current value is indices 0, 2. Okay, 9 minus 2 is equal to 7. So next time if 7 is found, then we directly return it back. So that's why here I'm not gonna store 2. Instead of, I'm looking for a desired value, that is target minus current value. Okay, this way if 7 found in next iteration, it will directly return back. So here we have to return it back. So let me just copy paste this. Okay, here we have to return it back. Again, here two conditions we have, like we have two indices we have to return. So the last one is I, similar to this one. What about the first one? So here we'll use map.get. So in here, if you see, we stored 7, but indices was earlier 0. In the next iteration, it was looking for a 7. If found, yeah, contain key 7 is found, then it will get. Okay, so here it will get nums I. That's it. Okay, let me try run for these two and it will be found out. So first key is 2. Here I equals to 0 and 2 not found. Then we are putting in map. So let's say here we have a map. In map we have 7 and indices 0 pair. Okay, and I equals to, now I equals to 1. Why? Because I plus plus, then I plus plus, then checking map contains key nums1 is 7. Yeah, 7 found. What is the value of 7 key is 0. So here 0 comma the current value of I is 1, and so here returning will be 0 and 1. That is expected. Okay, let's see. We can run this code. Okay, it is running fine. Okay, it is running 2 milliseconds. What we can do is here, this structure we can copy paste here also. And second thing is this hash map, instead of importing everything from util, we can specify it. Remove our comments if it is unnecessary. Remove this block also. Now our code looks neat and clean. Okay, run it first before gonna submit. Then submit. Yeah, this is the optimized code. Thank you for watching.